At that time, though, when you're like, music's like an outlet because you're playing sports so much in high school, and then you're successful in athletics and football at high school. I mean, what is your like career goal at that time, right? Do you know where you're going to go to university and what you're going to do, or you're just like, no, I think music might? Because I guess just listening to you talk, it sounds like music was like your outlet at that time.
Yeah.
Not like legit, this is a career path, I'm diving into this, because you've had the success on the football field as well.
You know what's funny is I remember my senior year, I think it was either the second round of the quarterfinals or the playoffs, and we were really, really good my senior year. We won it my junior year.
Yeah.
Senior year, we were even better, and we lost. Mm-hmm. You're just one of those things, sometimes it just doesn't happen, right? And I remember on the bus ride home from that loss, it was almost, I don't even remember if we talked about it, but Wes was immediately, he had already gone into his next steps with playing at the next level. I was immediately, I think there was for a minute there kind of like, well, I may have like a responsibility or something to try to play at the next level, and I may think about that, but I can remember that bus ride home, and this is more of an Oklahoma thing too. So Brian, my partner here at the Jones Assembly's dad, was my offensive coordinator in football. And I remember him telling me, he leaned over the seat and he said, "What do you want to do?" And kind of basically like, do you want to go play at the next level? And this is like an hour after we lost, we were all crushed, in tears. And I remember like trying to answer that question to him, somebody that was not only like my coach, but a close family friend, asking me essentially, what do you want to do with the rest of your life, kind of, right? What's the next step in the rest of your life? And at that time, I think maybe I just turned 18, senior year of high school. But in my head, I knew that music was the next thing.
Yeah.
Even though football, I may have played, maybe could find a spot. I kind of think I knew right then and there on that bus ride home that music was it.
Yeah.
So even the latter half of my senior year of high school into the summer of my freshman year in college, it was music. Mm-hmm. That's when I started recording my own songs, and the internet was just happening, just beginning to be the thing that people were using. To listen to music, send music, trade music, and I was lucky enough to fall right into it.
So from that moment then, I guess, leading up to that moment, you hadn't really given music the kind of attention that it deserved to be a career, but from that moment you have that conversation, you're like, and from then on it's like I'm definitely not going to be a football player. Music is everything now.
Yeah.
And I guess it probably came a shock to some people that you were like giving so much attention to music and not football.
Yeah. It was just, when you're in high school, your time is school and sports, or school and, your girlfriend, and for me, it was sports. And it was like at that moment, I could just feel like the world opening up and giving me this opportunity to go chase a dream, as cheesy as that sounds, and that's what it was. I just knew. And what was funny is I took a trip down to Trinity University in San Antonio, which is like a little Division III school. Yeah. And the ironic thing is my girlfriend at the time, my ex-girlfriend at the time, went to school there. Yeah. And with no connection at all, the school asked me to come down and take a visit to play football there. And it was a Division III, nice school. And probably like on paper would have been just the perfect fit for me to go down there, play football, small school, not too serious, but definitely would have been a really great experience, great education. I took the trip down there, had the most miserable experience because I essentially kind of ran into my ex-girlfriend.
And she doesn't know you're coming. She's like, what are you doing here?
Well, it was kind of, I'm even trying to remember how that all went down. Point being, I went down there, and I think because of her, I didn't do it. Right. Again, I felt this responsibility. I was like, this team wants me to play, and I should do it, right? Like, I should play football. And I remember the coach called me and said, okay, we've got everything. We don't do scholarships, but we've got everything kind of lined up for you to come here and play. And I said, hey, respectfully, I remember this conversation like it was yesterday. I remember I was in my bedroom. Yeah. And I said, I think I'm going to go play music. And he just goes, music. He just goes, well, we have a music program here. You can play music here. And I said, no, I'm actually gonna go write songs and be a musician. And it was like the longest pregnant pause on the phone with this football coach trying to tell this kid from Oklahoma who wants to go play music. And he just goes, okay. Yeah. Well, call me if you change your mind, kind of like good luck, and but I just kind of knew. I mean, I knew that it was I knew that if I just had the opportunity to write songs and have people listen to them, I felt like I could go do some things.
Yeah.
And at that time, this is 2000, the music business was like, it was kind of wide open.
Right.
It was an exciting time, like I said, with the internet, and you were kind of one button click away from people hearing your songs, and
right.
And I knew I could do it.